And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. That's our goal. We want to make you more informed as a consumer, maybe a business owner out there. Greatly appreciate all of those who support our show by supporting the show by calling the hotline number, 813-917-1894. You can call or text that line. It's an off-air number, 813-917-1894. ConsumerQB.com, online at ConsumerQB.com. We got a great lineup for you today as well. We're going to have Brent Shiver back, Wild Out Animal and Pest Removal on the program. And Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy. He's our Second Amendment expert. He's also, I'm going to talk to him about a pro tip that I got from going into the academy this weekend. I went and shot my AR and some of my handguns and got some pro tips from the staff there. Really, really awesome staff that he has. Florida Firearms Academy on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, Eden Ads. We have Jamie Sene. He's the Chief Marketing Consultant, going to be coming on the show just a moment here. Before we do, we'd like to feature our real estate listings live on air and help our sellers profit more and sell faster. We got a property at 3879 Nighthawk Place right here in Palm Harbor. Nighthawk Drive, that is, in Palm Harbor. Great opportunity. It's a cute little 3-bedroom, 2-bath property, 1,300 square feet, community pool, backyard is fenced in, large backyard, walk-in shower, open concept floor plan. Residential property for sale at 3879 Nighthawk Drive in Palm Harbor, Florida. Beautiful Pinellas County. Great opportunity to own real estate right here in Tampa Bay. 9031 122nd Avenue. This is a development opportunity. Attention builders, developers, entrepreneurs. We've got 15.56 acre site at Fowler Avenue in I-75. Great opportunity here. Seller is willing to sell 4.75 or 8.56 acre lots separately. Commercially zoned, currently zoned AR. It also could be a commercial industrial use. 9031 122nd Avenue in Tampa. Great opportunity to own real estate here in beautiful Tampa Bay. You can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. Yeah, raising our glass to those troops overseas. Thank you so much for all you do, keeping us safe and free here in the great US of A. Veteran discounts, first responder discounts as well through the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And we have a feel-good story of the day coming up as well. Toys for Tickets allows motorists to pay parking tickets with Christmas presents. So feel-good story of the day coming up on the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, let's jump right into it. Welcome in, Jamie Sene. Pleasure having you in. Welcome in, sir.
Thank you, Brandon. I really appreciate being here.
Hey, my pleasure. Absolutely. Chief Marketing Consultant, Eden Ads. And what kind of marketing does your team do?
Well, we're a full-service marketing company, so we do a lot of marketing, but specifically we emphasize digital marketing.
Okay.
So that's what you want to clarify it?
Digital marketing is a good start. And then, so when you look at it, sometimes people say, well, I may have tried an ad before. What is a digital ad, like on Google Ads or Facebook or even Instagram nowadays?
Right. So digital ads are very different than social media. Digital ads are, if as an example, if you're on Facebook or Instagram, you're seeing your feed, and then occasionally an ad pops up, and it could be a person speaking, like on a video, or it could be an ad that just promotes your service or product. So there's a couple of type of different platforms, and the ones that are social, like Instagram and Facebook and those things, those are feed based. So person's there, he's looking to get entertained, he's looking to see videos and so forth. Right. And occasionally your ad will pop up if it's done correctly, if it's done right. The point is you get their attention, and now you get them to get off of that and onto your website. Right.
And the attention span of consumers today is such a short. You got just 5 seconds to catch somebody's attention, right?
Exactly. Well, that's the whole point why you have to have a professional company create it for you.
Right.
Because you have a very short period of time. So if that ad isn't perfect, if it says something wrong, if the headline's off or it's a wrong color or something, they're just going to go right by it. Mm-hmm. So, you want to trial and error on that? Well, you're going to waste a lot of time and money. Get somebody who's been there. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. And, marketing is one of those key aspects. And, in real estate, it's a big deal for us, the marketing, the exposure. And it's, it's very competitive. That's a very competitive industry as well. So what's the difference between Google Ads and other platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok?
That's a brilliant question, actually.
Okay.
The major difference is why people are there. People go to Facebook, people go to Instagram, they go to TikTok. They go there really for social purposes. They want to see things. They're looking at their hobbies. They're looking at whatever they're looking for. So what happens is you interrupt their experience. So you can get these ads to work. Facebook ads work. TikTok works. They all work. But you have to really be right on target with what you say and when you say it and how often you say it. Google, on the other hand, Google, you're not interrupting anything. A person gets on Google because he's interested in something. He'll say, like, what's the best dentist next to me? And he types that in. Well, boom, your ad now shows up. So there's a major difference in the qualification and the speed to close a sale between the Facebook and the social platforms and Google.
Yeah, because they're actually searching for that. They're typing in, hey, this is what I'm looking for, XYZ company. Typically, they'll put an area potentially. And then what about TikTok? There's talks of the government maybe doing away with TikTok. They're talking about the CCP has a back door in there and can see, of course, all your information. Are you guys doing a lot of TikTok, or what's your thoughts on that?
We do TikTok, and the reason, our purpose is to make money for our clients, right?
Yep.
So there's a platform right now. It's in existence right now, and it's actually a good platform to generate interested prospects.
Yeah.
So as long as it's legal and as long as it's working, and we can make a profit for our clients, we're going to use it. And the rest of the stuff is not, it's above my pay grade.
It's not here yet, right?
Yeah,
if they do or not, it's gone tomorrow. Who knows, right? Yeah. So if you just joined us, by the way, we're talking with Jamie Sene on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. Now, Jamie is the chief marketing consultant for Eden Ads. Eden Ads, they're online at edenads.com. Inquiries at edenads.com as well is the email that you can reach out to them. And, with the economy being where it's at right now, people are struggling. They're, struggling to fill their gas tanks, buy food. Business owners are still out there as well, trying to get through. Medium-sized, middle-sized, smaller businesses are the ones my heart really goes out to. They're not getting much government help per se. But now that the economy's tightened up, what role does digital marketing play in getting through these times?
Actually, it's more important now than ever before. People have, in many instances, when I talk to a lot of people, they have the wrong viewpoint. They want to cut back on how they reach out to the community when things are tight for them, which is completely backward. When things are tight, when you're getting less people coming to you, you have to promote more, right? You have to, because you got to find these people. They're not going to come to you unless they know you're there.
Right.
So digital marketing, well, if somebody asks me that question, I go, well, are your customers still going on the internet? Are they still going on Facebook? They are? Okay, then why aren't you there?
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions, too, in my industry about, like especially this time of year. And, we're just going to take the house off the market, or we're not going to try to sell the land right now. We're going to wait until the new year. I say, okay, well, that's a couple flaws there, right? I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions that the general public has. Number one, if somebody's out shopping for a house right now, they're very serious about buying.
Exactly.
And by the way, if you're a home seller and you're thinking that, chances are there's other home sellers that are doing the same thing, right? So what is that going to do to inventory? It's going to make it even less inventory because there's more and more people saying, I'm going to wait till January, February to put it back on the market. So yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to, marketing and business. And I think, you always have to be out there. You got to be branding, you got to be networking. Digital is a way that you can exponentially gain market share. That's one of the big things we're talking to our team right now is that, hey, the market has shifted. Things have slowed down a little bit. They're not all doom and gloom like some people, the national media or even some of the local media would have you think. But when we come through this next 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years, whatever it is, when we come out on the other side, we're going to be gaining more and more market share because of what you just mentioned about doubling down on your money spends in your ads and your digital. Does that make sense? Completely.
You're totally right. And there's another point.
Yeah.
Actually, the playing field becomes a little better for you because of the misconception and a lot of businesses pull back.
Yes.
You now have more space in which to operate. So if there's less people running ads, it's less competitive.
Yep.
you know, that means your price per ad can be lower and your ads can be shown more regularly. So it's actually an advantage. This is not the time to get out.
Yeah, absolutely. How would you respond to somebody who said, well, hey, we tried digital ads when the market was strong and it didn't work. How could it possibly work now?
Okay, so what I say to them is let's talk about Google Ads for a second, right? Google is a multi-billion-dollar business, right? The vast majority of their income comes from ads. Mm-hmm. So you kind of can't argue and say it doesn't work because it's working for a lot of people.
Right.
So at the end of the day, what I say is if it didn't work for you,
right,
it didn't work for you, maybe something wasn't done correctly. And I asked them, did you do the ads yourself or did you have your nephew do it, that sort of thing. So I asked them what they did and so forth, and I'm telling them it's a proven method. Bottom line is, don't take my word for it. I asked them, let our company look at what you did. Let us do an audit on your account. And then we'll see if you did something wrong, and we can get into it at that point.
I like that. So is that something you have as a blanket offer? Like, would you offer that to any of our business owners that are listening right now, to do an audit for them? I know sometimes our financial advisor will do that. He'll say, hey, let me look at what you're currently investing in. Our CPA will do that. Hey, let's look at the last 2 or 3 years of tax returns. Let's see if you left any money on the table. Is that something, do you have some kind of an audit that you may offer or something along those lines?
Absolutely. We have specialists for Facebook, Instagram, and Google, right? And so absolutely, before we actually, even if they didn't hire us for that, the first thing we do before we touch somebody's account is we forensically look at it. We find out what's going on with it and so forth. So if a person is not a customer, but they're considering finding out, using us, or if they just want to know what went wrong or what went right, we'll do the audit. Absolutely. And we'll do it at no charge.
That's awesome. Awesome. Reach out to the show hotline, 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. Also inquiries at edenads.com. We're talking with Jamie Sene here. He's a chief marketing consultant. Marketing is such a big part of, all sectors of business, government, nonprofit organizations, business to consumer, but then also B2B. So do you have some confusion out there? Are most online ads mostly for B2C, or are you seeing B2B? People want to know. I think that's the question they have around Google and Facebook ads.
Yeah, no, both platforms are usable for both. Obviously, if you're on Facebook and you're on Instagram, that is primarily, everyone's a consumer, right? Regardless of whatever, everyone's a consumer. But if you're selling a product that is direct to, if you're selling a dental service or you're selling mold remediation or anything that's, consumer-based, those platforms, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, those things are and TikTok, a dead winner. And so is actually, Google is also for consumers too. If you're going to get into B2B, right? So the straight answer for B2B, Google is absolutely hands down the number one platform. Doesn't mean that Facebook won't work. Doesn't mean that the other ones won't work either. They just they take longer to get them to work.
Yeah.
But for both business, we have clients, in the B2B space and the consumer space. We have tons of clients in the consumer space, but also in the B2B space. We have companies that do financial services audits for major corporations. We have a company that sells wearable cameras for security guard companies. I mean, it just kind of endless is really what it is.
Yeah.
But it's for both.
There's so many niches out there. That's, it's one of the cool things I like about my job in real estate, my career, I should say, is, when I talk to people and I ask, that deeper question, we talk about the real estate and I say, by the way, what do you do for work? There's so many niches out there, right?
Yeah.
B2C, B2B, all these different places. LinkedIn. Talk to me a little bit about LinkedIn. That plays a role as well.
LinkedIn is fantastic for B2B. Okay. You have to use it in a certain fashion, right? Mm-hmm. If everybody thinks about LinkedIn ads, right? It's the same thing. There's an analogy to the Facebook and to the Instagram. People go on LinkedIn. It's a platform for businesses to hire people. It's a platform for people looking for work, and it's a people that are looking for information for certain market segments. Mm-hmm. But you're interrupting a feed. You're interrupting what they're there for. So you run ads, and it's going to be it can be a slow burn to get the ads to work. So what we do is we complement that with our own proprietary system where we engage people. Aside from the ads, we make connections.
Yeah.
We have hands-on people here all in the U.S. that write their public. They connect, they ask them, they engage them, and they get them to connect. And then at that point, we can actually get a person to become totally interested in a prospect, and then at that point, we'll turn it over to the business and they handle it.
Nice.
And the ads really supplement that. So you got to use both.
That's a warm lead right there.
Absolutely. In many cases, it's a hot. I'll be honest with you.
Lead, yeah.
I mean, a lot of my new clients come through LinkedIn.
Yeah,
so,
that's great. That's great.
As well as Google.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been doing this show almost 10 years now, and you look at this thing called search engine optimization. Sometimes I get calls, and I should be asking more like, "Hey, where'd you find out about me?" But I know a lot of it is from my YouTube, and over 2,000 videos now on YouTube, and we've got a lot of content out there. But consistently putting out content over the years. But that leads me to my next question. Tell me a little bit more about we talked a lot about digital ads, but shifting gears, going into like SEO. How can that benefit a company?
SEO is fantastic. SEO is when somebody asks me about that, I explain to them, digital ads are your triage. They handle your emergency now. They'll get you prospects and they'll get you hot clients now in present time. SEO is a longer play, and the reason being is everybody does SEO. You have to do it, and let me explain what it is. SEO are the results when you do a Google search.
Search engine optimization, by the way.
Exactly.
Yep.
And when you do a Google search, you're going to get 3 results at the top, and typically those are always ads, right? So a lot of people know, those are ads, and they can, if they're looking for a hot deal or they're looking for something now, they'll click the ads. There's another entire public that will never click the ads, and they look for search engine optimization. Well, those results. Every website is on there. So what Google does is Google serves up who they consider to be the best website.
Right.
So in order to make Google happy, you've got to go through multiple gyrations to fix your website, create continuous content. You got to show tons and tons of value.
Right.
And if you do that, Google will rank your site higher.
Right.
So that's why it takes a long time to do that, and you got to hire a professional agency to do that.
Yeah.
But it's a longer play.
Yeah, it takes a while to build it up.
Yeah.
Well, that's about our time for today, my friend. Jamie Sene, Chief Marketing Consultant, Eden Ads. Inquiries at edenads.com. How else do you want folks to connect with you?
The best way, if they go to a website, they fill out the form there, or if they call that phone number, I believe you read it, and in inquiries at edenads.com, we will respond immediately.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Take them up on that audit. An audit/review on whatever your marketing efforts are. That is a free audit that you'll offer, and then at least that way, as a business owner out there, hey, maybe I've got some holes over here. I can plug these holes. It's like you're rowing your boat across the river, but you may have a couple holes there, and you're kind of slowly sinking. You don't know it yet, but it's going to maybe potentially hit you. Hey, Jamie, pleasure speaking with you, man.
Thank you very much, Brandon.
My pleasure. Coming up, Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, Second Amendment expert on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Coming right up. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you've been listening to the phenomenal Brandon Rhymes, the Consumer Quarterback Show.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894.